Good morning, ladies. So it's the healthy, what is it? The healthy, healthy home makeover we're doing. And so today I want to do something kind of fun. And let me get my headphones in here. Today I want to do something a little bit fun and talk to you guys about like some home cleaning products. So if you watched the video earlier last week, I talked about kind of different exposures that we have and kind of looking at your own life and determining where you can implement kind of some new things that might help to create a healthier home environment. And that looks different for everyone. So that's why I kind of said, here's some of the biggest culprits or our biggest exposures that most of us have on a daily basis. And for some of us, one thing may be more important than another thing, and it might be reversed for someone else. So there are certain areas, though, that we have a ton of control. And there's certain areas where we don't. We can't control what's, being out in the air. We can't control what's in the water necessarily always, but we can control the things that we're using, right? So if we can limit some of the exposures in our house, then I always say this in everything, like allergies or inflammation, or I always use this analogy where if your cup is full, you put something into it, you're going to always spill over, right? So if your inflammation is high in your body and you're adding in something that's inflammatory, it may cause a huge reaction. And then all of a sudden when you reduce that inflammation and then you eat something that maybe is a little bit inflammatory, it all of a sudden doesn't bother you. So it's kind of the same with our exposures. If we're kind of being bombarded, but if we can reduce the risks where we can, then the kind of impacts aren't as great. So that being said, I think two really kind of easy areas I think are your skincare and your cleaning supplies in your house. And it's kind of funny for both Stephanie and I, because she works a lot on the nutrition end. I work a lot with herbs and essential oils. And we always see there's kind of this, people always start in one area when they're kind of trying to get healthy, and then it'll spark interest in other areas, and it'll continue to like, oh, well, if I've been eating healthy and I cleaned up my diet, what'll happen if I clean up this other, like my skincare routine? What'll happen if I clean up this, or vice versa? They've been using all natural products and now they want to like branch over into kind of going organic or eating more healthy. So it kind of is like, once you start the process, it kind of just snowballs. And that's kind of one of the reasons we're doing these challenges too, to kind of get you guys some exposure to different things you might not have thought about. So today I'm going to show you guys a couple ingredients, and this is really cool because when you start making your own skincare stuff or using natural skincare products, or you start making your own cleaning products or using more natural cleaning products, the really cool thing is you don't need a ton of different things. So because you're not using things that are unsafe for one part of your body or unsafe for, different things, then you can use one product for a multitude of different things. So that being said, the base we're going to talk about today could be used for a hand sanitizer. It could be used for like a disinfectant spray. So if you had someone sick in your house and you wanted to go along and like spray all your doorknobs and your light switches and wipe down your cell phone and, whatever is a high traffic area, basically, if you wanted to spray this solution on that, you could do that. You could use it to clean with. I don't use this particular one myself to clean with because I put a little bit of like cast iron soap and stuff in my actual spray, like countertop cleaner and stuff, but you could use it to clean with, especially like in a pinch. Maybe you're in the car and you're like, oh, I need to wipe down something. So you could use it for that, but you could also use it for like a room spray. So if you wanted to use it kind of like air freshener, you could use it like that, and you could also use it for like a linen spray. So if you wanted to make a different scent that you liked at night, and you spritz it on your pillow. So the base, super, super simple. If you remember back from our immune boosting series that we did, and I talked about using a hand sanitizer, making your own hand sanitizer, you want it to be 60% alcohol. We're going to use that same type of base. The first ingredient, you guys, is vodka. So buy what's cheap for this particular application. You don't need to go and buy like the most expensive vodka on the shelf. Buy something that you probably wouldn't want to drink. This is not that. This is like drinking vodka, but buy something cheap and 60% alcohol. First ingredient, super simple. A bottle will last you forever. And the kind of caveat with that too is if you're using it like a linen spray or like an air freshener spray, you could go a little bit lower on that, especially if you're making it in a smaller bottle where you're going to use it more quickly. So if you're just making up a little bit, you could go like 50-50 on the alcohol. But if you're going to use it for like a disinfectant, then stick with the 60. I have a tiny bottle today, but if you're making a huge bottle cleaner, obviously go bigger. But, a spray bottle, these are 2 ounces. These work really good for throwing in your car or, like I said, the linen sprays and stuff like that. But if you want to do a cleaner, then, go ahead and get like 4, 8 ounces, however much, so you don't have to make it as often. Spray bottle, and the last ingredient is water. Like that's the base, guys. 60% alcohol, 40% water. Now, the alcohol provides you with some disinfecting power. It also helps when you use essential oils because we know oil and water do not mix. They're still going to separate so after you use it and it's been sitting, the oils are still going to come to the top. Every time you use it, you're going to have to shake it. But that the alcohol does help those oils to stay dispersed in your solution, like after you've shaken it up for a little while. Now, the really cool thing about using essential oils is I'm not going to just say like broad all, but pretty much all essential oils have antimicrobial properties, right? So some are a little bit stronger, some are a little bit more mild, some are like more effective against viruses, some are more effective against like funguses, some are more effective against bacteria, but pretty much all essential oils have some type of antimicrobial action. And that being said, we do know that some are better for different microbes. So you could kind of take a base like this and mix it up and then add in some different things that you like if you wanted to switch up the scent. And then like if you're using it for a linen spray or air freshener, then use whatever scent you like. But I'm going to go over a couple that are good for when I make any type of disinfectant spray or cleaners, especially in the winter time, and I want to make sure that I'm like getting rid of all the disgusting things that my children bring home. I use a combination of like these types of oils. So citrus oils are some of the ones, like there have been studies and they figure out the minimum inhibitory concentration, which I did a video on previously and I can bump for you guys, but basically it's the minimum amount of a solution that you need to have an effect on a pathogen. So citrus oils are really good for viruses. So if you add in any type of citrus oils, those are going to protect you from viruses. And the majority of what we get during the wintertime are viral infections. So citruses are definitely something you want to keep in the mix. That could be lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, bergamot, mandarin, whatever you like. I have lemon and lime here. And you can use a combination. Now you want to use about 1% of your 1% of your solution to be your citrus oils. So 1% in an ounce would be 6 drops. So if you want to do math by yourself, 6 drops for every ounce is 1%. And then to that you can add in some of your stronger antimicrobials that are good for like bacteria and different things like that. Cinnamon and clove are both 2 really good ones. You're about 1% on these 2 as well. And you can use combinations, so you don't have to do all clove or all cinnamon because it can get kind of strong. So you can combine like maybe 0.5% is cinnamon, 0.5% of clove. You could do like orange cinnamon clove, and that's like an amazing scent, especially in the holiday season. Lavender is another good one. Patchouli is actually one that's been tested a lot. thyme has a lot of antimicrobial action, so you could add in other things. But if you were to make a base that was like 1% citrus and 1% of your other kind of stronger antimicrobials, you would have a really good base for a disinfectant, and then you could go from there. I did a like a diffuser blend that was citrus and pine. You could do something like that, and that would have some good antimicrobial properties if you wanted to mix that up like a disinfectant spray. So you could really play with it and see like some scents that you like, but definitely the alcohol, number one, water. And then also, I should mention this too, you don't have to just limit it to like a disinfectant spray. If you wanted to make it into a cleaner, I put a little bit of like castile soap in it. You could also put a little vinegar or hydrogen peroxide. I have a video already done that's like a high exposure cleaning solution spray, so I'll post that for you guys as well. And I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes. I know we have a few people on live. If anybody wants to ask any questions about making your own sprays or different or any type of home care products, you guys can hop on and ask me any questions that you have about those. But like I said, it's super simple. I know it's a quick video. It sounds like almost too easy, but that's as simple as it gets. And you really can use it for a lot of different, different functions through your house. So like I said, I like to mix up little bottles like this. I keep one in my car, or I don't keep it in my purse just in case it leaks, but I'll keep it in my car, and then I can like spritz stuff down. We come out from the grocery store, you get a spritz, whatever. You can also use it to wipe down any surfaces. Always think about like where's your high traffic areas. Your phone, I think people always forget about that. Like wiping down your keyboard, and I think I have a visitor coming in, and doorknobs, light switches, so you could just give those a spritz, and any surfaces that you have that you could wipe them down like a disinfectant spray or just spritz them like a disinfectant spray. And again, this is my 3-year-old, and the makes me lose my train of thought. The air freshening spray. So if you want to, get rid of those like Glade sprays and stuff, this would be a great solution. So, what do you think? Are we done? Yeah. So that's it, guys. If nobody has any questions, I'm gonna hop off, see what this little guy wants, and any questions about like cleaning or good combinations that you could use, go ahead and post them in the comments. If you make up any sprays, let me know, take a picture, let me know what combination you use. I'd love to see what you guys are making. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.